Hello, Lori Michelle Moshiach, beginning a series of 4 video lessons that Hashem instructed me to do this week. These 4 lessons are Hashem explaining creation. So that's what I'm doing. He gave me these marching orders. He said, this is the week to do this. There'll be 4 lessons, and today the lesson is Bereishit. In the beginning of the Torah. So I'm going to put these out one at a time, mind-bending information, all from Hashem, all in my book. More is in my book. This is just a taste test to whet your appetite. Hopefully, you'll go online and finally buy my book if you haven't. I didn't make any of this up. I'm very creative. I'm not that creative. He's the creator. And this is his explanation about creation. So I hope you'll watch the whole thing today, tomorrow, all 4 lessons on creation. From my book, in Mr. Peabody and Sherman, again, if you want to know why I named it that chapter, you'll have to buy the book. But in that chapter, I have a section on page 316 called Bereishit. And I'm only going to read the first 2 paragraphs, and then I'll give a little explanation, and that will be lesson 1. Are you ready? Never before has this explanation been given. In the beginning, he created God. Huh? Did I just write that? Yes, that's what the Torah says literally. The first 3 words in the Chumash, the Torah, transliterated, read, Bereishit bara Elohim. Hashem pulled each word apart for me and explained that the literal translation of these words is, in the beginning, he created God. This translation is quite controversial and glossed over often by many who simply can't figure out why the Torah begins this way. The English translation given in the Chumash, the 5 books of Torah, massages these 3 words to make more sense to the reader. Hashem was never created and has always existed, a concept unknowable to anyone but him. So then, why did Hashem begin his Torah with these 3 words? Added to the confusion is the use of the word Elohim, a name for God which is plural. I've heard many people say they were confused by the usage of God's name written as plural. How in the world can this be possible if God is eternal, has no beginning or ending, and there is only one God? Why does the Torah begin this way? While I rarely quote anything from the Torah, Hashem instructed me to get my Chumash and review this entry with him. After we discussed this entry, he told me to share with you the following explanation as to why the Torah begins this way. This is Hashem's explanation, everyone, not mine. Our King and Creator, Hashem, God, desired to have a family of his own. He desired love and companionship, a female counterpart, and children, and so was born his master plan for creation. He created his plan for the creation of the planet Earth, our home and world. Hashem is timeless, has always existed, has never been created, and will never end. This is something that is not comprehensible to any of us. I simply don't try to comprehend this part of the truth. What I do comprehend is that 2,000 years before creating the first man, Adam, he created his female counterpart, Shechinah. Shechinah is the female divine presence of God on earth. How did he create his Shechinah? In the words of Hashem God, he literally split his soul in half and created a female mate for himself, Shechinah, his soulmate. And that's all I'm going to read today, but I will explain further. That explanation has never been given till now. Why is it being given now? These are the end of days, and I am Moshiach, and he saved all of this down to earth, understandable information about creation for now. Why now? If we don't get it right now, there is no more. We must come together and learn and understand why we're here, why he created all of us, and come together in love, education, and charity. What I've been saying, it feels like forever, but I've been saying it since I published my book in December. So, Elohim, plural, is God, Hashem's split soul into two halves, female and male. His Bereishit and he are Elohim. That's the explanation he gave me. It goes much deeper in the explanation here. But when I was a little girl praying to Hashem, the King of the universe, and by the way, I was never taught that God is real or to pray or any of that. If you read my book, you will learn I was raised with nothing. Matzah balls once a year. That's it. So when I prayed to Hashem when I was little, I felt bad for Hashem. I thought, why is there just a father? Everyone has a father and a mother. Why is the King of the universe, God, the Father, alone? And why isn't there a mother? And I would let go of that, as many people do. And many people let go of the beginning of the Torah and gloss over it. And online, there's much confusion as to what's this all about? Why does the Torah begin this way? And it's glossed over and it's explained, and there are many theories. This theory is not a theory. This explanation is given to me by Hashem. And I go into great detail into the beginning of the Torah in this section of the book. And it goes on from there. I'm going to give it to you in snippets because Hashem shows me often spoons. And he says, Lori, give it to them in spoonfuls. So this is your first spoonful. Hashem, the creator, had a plan 2,000 years before humanity ever started. And it started with the creation of his Bereishit, his soulmate, his Shechinah. And there's more details in the book about it. So if you're curious yet, and I hope you are, you will go on Amazon and buy the Torah Part 2. And I promise you, this is a collaboration with the King of the universe. I couldn't, wouldn't, and didn't make any of this up. There you go. Lesson 1. In the beginning, Hashem had a plan. Stay tuned for Part 2. Peace on earth in our time.